right to the left box, kicks it to Golden, right corner triple off the mark, and the rebound to Magruder. Right there on that possession, maybe you want Megan Oberg just driving to the hoop there in that case. Still awaiting our first bucket in the second half. Here's De La Cerda, left-handed dribble. Corner three, in and out. And San Jose State gets the rebound. On the floor for the Spartans, Golden, Ross, Oberg, Ogier, and Lewis. Here's Lewis, finds Ogier underneath, and Ogier backs it out to Ross. Left corner three, that's an air ball over the hoop. Well, the Spartans are 2 feet away from the hoop, and then they're passing the ball out to the perimeter. I would think just make your living down low. Lewis tries to there, shortchanges the layup. You have to make a layup like that. Here's Ogier, and a foul is called. Who's it on? It's on Antonia Anderson. No, it's on Jalen De La Cerda. So I inverted the numbers there. De La Cerda 23, Anderson 32. Let's see. Yep, that's the right call, and back to live action, another foul on New Mexico. And who's that foul on? Now that one's on Antonia Anderson. That's Anderson's 3rd foul, so she has to depart. Paula Reus checks into the game for New Mexico. Reus from Spain. She was named the Mountain West Freshman of the Week earlier in the season. Actually, last week, Reus was named Freshman of the Week. Here's Golden to Ogier in the left corner. Ogier, left mid post. And the shot is off the right side. 8:30 to go in the 3rd quarter. Still awaiting our first bucket of the second half. De La Cerda, right-handed dribble. Now goes to her left hand. Switches back to the right, running floater off target. Just a tad off target, in and out. San Jose State back with it. Oberg launches a three. She's 3 for 4 from downtown. Nothing but net. Megan Oberg, the senior, has got 9. LaTora Duff to the left box. Goes to the left corner to her sister. And Leticia off the mark, and Ogier intercepts the pass after New Mexico got the offensive rebound. Ogier stops. Now here's Lewis. Left-handed dribble into the lane and cannot make the layup. The Spartans just are not able to put the ball in the basket from 8 feet and in, out. And if you looked at a shot chart, generally, statistically, those are the easiest shots to make. Those are the ones that you have to make. Those are the bunnies off the rim. Those are the ones from 2 feet where you use the glass. The Spartans just aren't making those. And they trail 44-29, New Mexico basketball. And Duff gets the ball ripped from her. That was Leticia who lost it. Now here's Ross. Mendez launches a three. And that's a brick. But Ogier down on the floor causes the held ball situation with Reus. And New Mexico gets possession. On the floor for New Mexico, the Duff sisters, Van Bennekom, Magruder, and De La Cerda. And there's a foul. Fouled on the play was LaTora Duff. Oberg charged with the foul. That is Oberg's first foul of the game. Oberg, maybe one of the more consistent players for San Jose State in this game. The first free throw by LaTora Duff is pure. Latora Duff has 11 points. We mentioned that the Duffs are one of 2 sets of twins in the Mountain West Conference. The other, the Cavender sisters from Fresno State. If there's another set of twins in the conference, I am unaware of it. Or not aware of it, I guess you could say. And a foul is called on Ella Ogier. She does not like the call. That is a tough call. It looked more like De La Cerda just lost her balance on the baseline there. New Mexico with the basketball, 46-29. They lead San Jose State. On the floor for the Spartans, Galden, Ross, Mendez, Oberg, and Ogier. 3 launched and buried by Leticia Duff. Leticia Duff has 7. And now New Mexico up 20, 49-29. Here's Ogier. Turnaround jumper, short, just outside the restricted area. Now Spartans now shooting 25% from the field, and meanwhile, New Mexico with more points from Jaden De La Cerda. De La Cerda, 17 points, 6 assists, 5 rebounds. He's also got 2 steals. There's a pass inside to Ogier from Galden, who was mobbed. Ross, left wing 3, regurgitated by the rim. Mendez with the rebound, finds Ogier, and Ogier has the ball taken from her. Well, the frustration starting to build for San Jose State, down 22. There's a 3, that's an air ball way over the hoop, saved by New Mexico, and they're going to get a second chance. And then De La Cerda scores, and she's fouled. So score it, and send De La Cerda to the stripe. When she goes to the free throw line, she will have a chance to get her 20th point. Sophia Jones and Sydney Lewis check in for Galden, Oberg, and Ogier. Here's a look at De La Cerda, right baseline drive, and then Mendez just came over the top and fouled her. And the free throw, good from De La Cerda. She's got 20 points. On the floor for the Spartans, Ross, Jones, Mendez, Torres, and Lewis. A 10-0 run for New Mexico the last 92 seconds. And they now lead the Spartans by 25, 54-29. Lewis draws the foul, but again cannot make the layup. Lewis has 8 points, but she's only 3 of 14 from the field. And from the free throw line, she's 2 of 4. So struggling from the field. The first free throw, 2 rotations, but left a bit short. And the struggles from the line and from the field continue for her. The second one tickles the twine. Sydney Lewis has 9, and the Spartans almost didn't get back on defense there. De La Cerda, great pass to Traquel Magruder, who scores. And New Mexico now pouring it on, 56-30. They lead with under 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Remember, if you're New Mexico, if you win this game, as Lewis scores on the layup on the right side of the lane, if you win this game and you're New Mexico, and then UNLV loses their last 2 games, you would be crowned a co-regular season champion with UNLV. In terms of win percentage, I believe UNLV, as there's a runner on the left baseline by De La Cerda. She scores again. She's got 22. I believe the win percentage, though, for UNLV may put things out of reach for New Mexico in terms of a number 1 seed in the conference tournament. But if you're the 1 or 2 seed and you're a co-champion anyway, you're in a neutral site. Well, neutral to an extent. The tournament is in Las Vegas. Here's Sophia Jones, launches a 3 and hits. Sophia Jones with her second triple of the game. She's 2 for 2 from the field. And the Spartans cut the lead to 23, 58-35. There's a 3-ball put up by Latora Duff. Too hard off back iron. Torres, right-handed dribble. Stops, looking for somebody. No one's moving for the Spartans. Now here's some cuts. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Torres, she'll take it herself. And it's off the mark. And the ball out of bounds. It is off New Mexico. San Jose State basketball. 3 minutes left here in the third quarter. Spartans have some work to do, down 58-35. We'll go ahead and take a break here from the event center. Stay with us. More San Jose State women's basketball on the Mountain West Network coming up next. Back here at the Provident Credit Union Event Center, Sophia Jones, a three-pointer before the break. Jones, only 2 shot attempts in this game, and she's made both of them, both from beyond the arc. The Spartans down 23. They'll need more of that and from more players than just Jones to get back in this ball game. 58-35 is the score. On the floor for the Spartans, Mendez, 4 on the shot clock. Mendez didn't look at the clock. Now Torres will launch a 3. Just gets it off. It's off the mark. Spartans almost got the loose ball there. They do. Mendez ends up getting it right back in the corner on the right side. The Spartans can reset a new 20. Great hustle by the senior Mendez there to keep the possession alive. Now Torres stops, hesitation move in the air and scores. Stephanie Torres has made some tough shots this evening. And a traveling call on New Mexico, so San Jose State gets the ball right back. 58-37. The Lobos lead the Spartans. Autumn Mendez checks out. Sydney Lewis back in, but Mendez, some very nice play there. It's not going to show up on the stat sheet per se. Well, it does show up on the stat sheet. 4 points, pardon me, no points for Mendez, but she got to some loose balls there as Megan Oberg, the shot off the right side of the iron. New Mexico back with it. Under 2 minutes left in the third. And a collision in the middle of the lane by Ogier and De La Cerda. Both players get right back up. They look to be okay, and then a foul on Ogier. And Ogier, I think, thought it was all ball there. It's the second foul on Ogier. It's the 4th team foul on Ogier from Melbourne, Australia. New Mexico trying to inbound the ball, and they inbound it right to El Ogier. Turnover. Here comes Torres. She hesitated for a bit, now spinning around the right post. No one there for her, and Torres makes a shot anyway. Stephanie Torres, 3 very tough shots that she has made in this game, and San Jose State has cut the lead to less than 20. Just over a minute to play in the third. De La Cerda, right-handed dribble. And we have a foul. Who's it on? There's a discussion with the officials here. I think they're calling a blocking foul or a charge. So it is a blocking foul. It's on Torres, it looks like. So Torres called for the foul. That's the second foul on Torres. 5th team foul. Still have a discussion with the officials. I'm not sure over what though. And I think we may need to reset some time on the clock. I think I heard 1:07 on the clock. Well, let's reset who's on the floor for New Mexico. Latacia Duff out there with Van Bennicom, Ogman, De La Cerda, and Anderson. For San Jose State, it's Jones, Torres, Oberg, Ogier, and Lewis. And De La Cerda is at the line. 2 shots for the first one, up and good. De La Cerda, 23 points today. 10 for 17. She's got 24. 62-39 is your score. New Mexico leads San Jose State. 1 minute remaining in the third. Lewis to Torres. How did that pass find Lewis? In the corner to Ogier. The 3 off the mark, but Lewis underneath gets the board and the putback. Sydney Lewis now with 13. And the ball intercepted. Lewis right in front of us. Driving to the hoop, she's blocked by Anderson, but they call the foul. Anderson, I think she's saying it was ball. At full speed, it certainly looked like Anderson clipped Lewis. Let's see if it was all ball. Now that's a foul. Good call. And the first free throw by Lewis knocked in. Lewis has struggled from the line today, but she made that free throw. She's got 14 points in 23 minutes. And the second free throw in and out. Well, that's just tough luck there for Sydney Lewis. The stroke was good. The ball was down the bottom of the hoop and then just popped right back up. Shot clock's been turned off. 10 seconds left in the third. New Mexico leads San Jose State by 20. And a shot from beyond the arc by Latacia Duff, and drawing the foul is Duff on Torres. It's Torres' third foul. You just can't have a foul in that situation, but you also don't want to give Latacia Duff a clear shot to a three-pointer. But if you foul her there, well, she gets the 3 shots anyway, and from the free throw line. So that's almost worse, unless Duff is to miss one of these free throws with 1.8 seconds to go in the third quarter. She makes the first. 63-42. The second is good. 64-42. Duff now in double figures with 11 points. And she misses the third. And the ball out of bounds. And they did not stop the clock at the scorer's table. So we're likely going to have some time added. Well, the clock says 0. They haven't reset the clock yet. And well, the officials are looking at the clock trying to read it. It says 3 zeros on there. So they may have to go back and see where the ball went out of bounds. Well, now there's 14 seconds on the clock. And I think they may be trying to get it at 1.4. They do. Now we're ready. Here's Golden. A heave, and, well, it's partially deflected, and that's how the third quarter ends. 64-42, New Mexico leads San Jose State. We'll head to the fourth quarter and see if the Spartans can stage a miraculous comeback on senior night. Stay with us. More San Jose State women's basketball coming up on the Mountain West Network. 65-42, New Mexico leads San Jose State. 10 minutes of basketball remaining in regulation. San Jose State will try and make this an interesting end. The Spartans, though, only shooting 30% from the field, missing a lot of baskets in the paint. As they have the basketball to start the fourth. Golden in the right corner. She's trapped, finds Ross underneath. Ross misses another layup. And we say another because the Spartans, as a team, have just continued to miss layups. And traveling is called on Latasia Duff. Spartans still down by 23, but they need points, and they need points in bunches right now. But it starts with one bucket. Here's Golden. Good luck on the three, but it's off the rim. Here's Ogman to Reyes. Inside, and a foul is called, or is it a travel? Well, the Spartans have the ball right now. Mike Bradbury giving the official a piece of his mind. Well, he's giving both officials a piece of his mind. San Jose State with the basketball. Here's Ogier to the right box. And that layup off the window, it looked like it was going in and just went right out of the hoop. There's a lid on the hoop for the Spartans in this game. Wide open three. Off the mark for New Mexico. Oberg gets the long rebound. Golden, middle of the lane. Dump pass for Ogier, and then on the deflection, Lewis gets the layup. Sydney Lewis has 16. And a layup the other way for LaTora Duff. New Mexico, looking at their stat sheet, 3 players in double figures. De La Cerda and the Duffs. And here comes Duff again. Can't get the layup to fall on the break. The rebound, Duff tries again, and she's fouled. And that foul on Deja Ross. It's Ross's second foul. Torres checks in for Golden. Mendez checks in for Oberg. You wonder if later in this game, 7:47 left in the fourth, if Jamie Craighead, the head coach for San Jose State, if this game is out of reach with, say, a minute left, 2 minutes left, if she may have a moment where she puts all the seniors out on the floor at the same time. The second free throw for Duff is there. The Spartans, in terms of the standings, they are in last place in the Mountain West Conference, so they are not going to improve their standing, their seeding going into the conference tournament. There's Sydney Lewis. A nice spin move to the hoop, and it's off the window and in. But if you're not going to improve your standings in terms of seeding, and whether you're a 10 seed or an 11 seed, you're going to play in that first game of the tournament on Sunday anyway. So you don't necessarily have to worry about having certain personnel on the court. That is in a very late game situation where the outcome is already decided, and we may be getting to that point. 7 minutes left in the fourth quarter. New Mexico leads San Jose State 69-46. Here's Lewis, and she's blocked at the rim by Magruder. And traveling is called on Reyes in transition. No, not Reyes, that's Zeno Sharan. On the floor for New Mexico, Duff, Sharan, Magruder, De La Cerda, and Reyes. For San Jose State, Ross, Mendez, Torres, Ogier, and Lewis. Ross in the left corner, throws the ball to Ogier. Right wing, drives right baseline. Ogier was partially blocked, but then a foul is called. And it is on Magruder. That's the second foul on Magruder. Oberg checks in for Lewis. And Ogier goes to the free throw line. Ella Ogier, a quiet day. Only 4 points before that free throw. Make it 5. She is 2 for 10 from the field, has really struggled. Some good hustle plays from her today, though, as the second free throw is good. Ogier with 6 points, she checks out. Now Sophia Jones in the ball game for San Jose State. Jones, remember, 2 for 2 from the field, both 3-pointers. There's a pass underneath the hoop. Does not go by Magruder. And we have another foul. So this game has slowed. That foul on Deja Ross. That's Ross's third foul. This game has slowed due to all the foul calls, all the whistles. De La Cerda stops, pops, and the shot is off the left side, but the putback again for New Mexico. Here's Jones, right in front of us. Torres, right wing 3, in and out. Boy, another good look for the Spartans, and they just can't buy a bucket. Stephanie Torres kind of smiled after that shot was released because it looked good. It went down, and then it came back out. 71-48, New Mexico leads San Jose State. The inbound to Lewis. And she's got the baby hook on the right mid post. Sydney Lewis has 20. And the deficit 21. There's a scoop to the hoop by Van Bennekom. Contested by the Spartans, they're back the other way. Oberg, it's off the left side of the rim, and Oberg and Van Bennekom got tangled up a little bit. To the left side. 3 ball is off the front of the iron, and De La Cerda gets the rebound. And the finish there by Charen. 73-50, New Mexico's lead back up to 23. Under 5 minutes left in this one. Mendez, middle of the lane, layup. Mendez gets the roll. So Autumn Mendez, the senior, gets some points on senior night. And it's 73-52. Autumn Mendez from St. Paul, Minnesota. The 3 launched off target. And it's shoveled over to LaTora Duff. Held ball situation though, and San Jose State will have the basketball when we return. 73-52. New Mexico leads San Jose State. 4:22 left in the fourth quarter. This is San Jose State women's basketball on the Mountain West Network. Back here, well, before we go back to the Provident Credit Union Event Center, hey, it's the Mountain West Basketball Championships, March 6th through 12th in Las Vegas. Beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada. Get your tickets now, sjsuspartans.com, or call 408-924-SJTX. What a better vacation. What's a better vacation than going to Las Vegas and watching some college hoops? I don't know of one. At least right now I don't. Get your tickets, sjsuspartans.com, the Mountain West Conference Basketball Championships, March 6th through the 12th as we're back to live action. If you want to see more of these teams that are playing right now, they'll both be in Las Vegas. 73-52, New Mexico leads San Jose State. As a foul was called on that drive to the hoop, Reus at the line and makes the first one. Paula Reus, the reigning freshman of the week, 2 for 2 on that free throw. Reus from Spain has actually been learning more and more English throughout the season. Spanish, her first language. And, well, coming all the way across the Atlantic to play college basketball.
as another Spartan layup is short and out of bounds is New Mexico. Sharon had her heel on the right sideline. 75-52, New Mexico leads San Jose State. 3:53 left in the fourth quarter, and 3:53 left of San Jose State women's basketball from the Provident Credit Union Event Center for this 2021-2022 season. Unless the Spartans can make an outstanding run, an improbable run, and come back and make up 23 points in 216 seconds, I think. I think that math is right. 75-52. The Spartans have had some good hustle plays today. They have made some incredibly difficult shots. It's the easy shots that they have not made that has really come back to bite them, as Ogier draws the foul with 2 seconds left on the shot clock. So the Spartans get a new 20. Torres inbounds from the back baseline. Finds Lewis. Lewis catches and shoots it. I'm not sure why you would do that right off the bat. You had the shot clock reset to 20 seconds. You didn't necessarily have to catch and shoot. And Sydney Lewis called for the foul on Van Bennekom. It's the first foul on Lewis. Sydney Lewis, for the senior day, 20 points, 8 of 21 from the field, 4 of 8 from the line, 7 rebounds. Jones and Torres check out, and Ogier also checks out. So just as we thought we would see, all 5 seniors on the floor now for the Spartans. Ross, Oberg, Lewis, Mendez, and Galden. So a nice moment here at the end of this one. And for New Mexico, Nevaeh Parkinson checks in, and Parkinson scores. The floor for New Mexico, it's Rebecca Renches. She's in the game with Van Bennekom, Sharon, Ogman, and Parkinson. 77-52, New Mexico leads San Jose State, 2:40 left in the fourth. Again, the 5 seniors for the Spartans. Atiana Galden, originally from Ocilla, Georgia. She was a transfer from Georgia Southern. Before Georgia Southern, played at Arkansas. Before Arkansas, played at Florida State. And, well, out of high school, Atiana Galden, a 5-star recruit, the number 3 ranked player overall by ESPNW, and also nominated to the McDonald's All-American game when she was in high school, and has had a nice senior season here for the Spartans. Not the way San Jose State probably wanted this day to go, but Sydney Lewis has something positive for San Jose State there. Score it and send her to the stripe. And Lewis now has 22 points. So Sophia Jones checks in for Atiana Galden. So Galden will check out. So Galden, we'll see if she gets back into the game, but that may be it for Galden, the senior. 77-54 is the score. And Lewis converts on the 3-point play. 23 points for Sydney Lewis. She's only 2 points away from her career high. There's a 3 launched. Off the mark, Lewis gets the rebound, aggressive with the board. You have to wonder if Sydney Lewis is aware that she's 2 points away from her career high. Will they try and get her the basketball here? Here's Oberg, drives to the baseline left. Leaves it for Mendez. The 3 off the mark. And the rebound for New Mexico. Sydney Lewis, speaking of Sydney Lewis, one of the seniors, played all of her collegiate career at San Jose State from Mater Dei High School. A native of Long Beach, California. And she had some very good moments here at San Jose State. During that 2019-2020 season where the Spartans made it to the Mountain West Conference semifinals, to start that season off, Sydney Lewis was named to the Maui Jim Maui Classic All-Tournament team. She was also the San Jose State Student Athlete of the Month in December of 2019. As we have a timeout so that Galden can get back into the game for Jones. 80-55 the score. New Mexico leads San Jose State. And again, Sydney Lewis, 1,000 points for her career. And now we have a timeout, 80-55, so a late timeout here. 1:24 left in this one. We'll go ahead and take our final break, and then we'll return with the conclusion of this game. This is San Jose State women's basketball on the Mountain West Network. Again, the Mountain West Basketball Championships, March 6th through the 12th. You can get your tickets at sjsuspartans.com. We'll see some basketball in Las Vegas as we are back at the Provident Credit Union Event Center. 80-55 the score. New Mexico leads San Jose State. 1 minute, 24 seconds left in this one. We brought up Sydney Lewis and Atiana Galden, two of the seniors. Here's Deja Ross, another senior. All 5 players on the floor for the Spartans are seniors. Oberg with it. Oberg, turnaround jumper, off the mark. Mendez tried to get the rebound, could not. 1 minute left in this one. Megan Oberg from Islip, New York, went to Rhode Island. Here's Oberg right here. She'll hold. A nice moment to have all these seniors out here on the court at the same time. Sydney Lewis is fouled by Mackenzie Curtis. That's her first foul. Oberg, we mentioned a transfer from Rhode Island, the youngest of 7 children. Her mother, Kathy, actually played college basketball at Alabama and professionally in Sweden. Her dad, Ted, he also played college basketball and played professionally. And there's Autumn Mendez with the 3. As the bench erupts, Autumn Mendez gets the bench off its feet. And this is one of the special things about Senior Day. No matter who wins or who loses, just a celebration of the student athlete and the role that sports and athletics has played in the lives of these players, as that will be how this game ends. Time expires. New Mexico, they defeat San Jose State by a score of 80-58. Again, the seniors for San Jose State, Atiana Galden, Deja Ross, Autumn Mendez, Megan Oberg, and Sydney Lewis. They complete their final home game here at the Provident Credit Union Event Center. Not the final game for those players, though. The Spartans will take on Boise State in Boise, Idaho on February 28th, and then they will have at least one game in the Mountain West Conference tournament. Hopefully more than one game in that conference tournament, but as the teams walk off the court, senior night for San Jose State is officially over. The score 80-55. New Mexico, they defeat San Jose State. New Mexico improves to 23-8 on the season. They are 14-4 in the Mountain West Conference. San Jose State falls to 4-24 on the season. They are 1-16 in Mountain West Conference play. And for New Mexico, still a chance at the regular season Mountain West Conference title. If UNLV loses their next two games, New Mexico and UNLV would be co-champions, but still a lot of basketball to be played by UNLV. New Mexico, their regular season is done. They will not see the court again until the Mountain West Conference tournament. So we have some highlights coming up here for the game. Just a few of the high points for the Spartans. Sydney Lewis, one of the seniors, getting in on the points. And, well, Sydney Lewis, the leading scorer for the Spartans. You're mostly going to see her in these highlights. 23 points for her, 9 for 22. Lewis also had 8 rebounds and 2 assists in 33 minutes of play. So really a nice cap to an outstanding career for Sydney Lewis at San Jose State. 23 points on the night, 8 rebounds, and now over 1,000 points for Sydney Lewis. So again, the final, New Mexico, they defeat San Jose State by a score of 80-58 here on our senior day. And before we depart the air, again, we'd like to mention again the passing of Lawrence Phan, the great sports information director and person. Lawrence Phan, just a great person, a very kind man, and he has done a lot for many people across the sports media landscape, and especially here at San Jose State. He worked at San Jose State for 42 years and was synonymous with San Jose State athletics. Lawrence Phan passed away earlier this week. He will be missed greatly.